Tsunami evacuation building on Phi Phi Island is expected to complete soon, while a hospital building has been completed. Progress on construction of the two projects, a tsunami evacuation shelter and a hospital building, was reported to the Permanent Secretary to the Prime Minister's office, Mr. Nati Premrasamy, on his recent visit to Phi Phi Island. The first facility received 14.1 million baht funding from the Tsunami Victim Assistance Fund under the Prime Minister's office. The two-story building is 21 meters long and 19.50 meters wide and is expected to be completed as scheduled. The 1.7 million baht hospital building, which is already completed, is funded by donations raised by revered monk Luang Tamahapua. Mr. Nati stresses that the tsunami evacuation shelter can be utilized both in crisis and for multi-purposes at other times. He also asked authorities to strictly adhere to regulations on beach utilization to prevent encroachment, beach buildings, tidying up deck chairs on beaches, and making sure that businesses observe the law. Young participants from ASEAN member countries are currently on a visit to Phuket and visited many local ecotourism sites. Youth from 10 ASEAN member countries are visiting Phuket under the ASEAN Young Tourism Ambassadors and joining in several activities. ASEAN Association of Southeast Asian Nations comprises 10 member countries. They are Brunei Darussalam, Cambodia, India, Laos, Malaysia, Myanmar, the Philippines, Singapore, Thailand, and Vietnam. On Sunday, they visited the ecotourism location at Paklok Village in Tulang District and were welcomed and briefed about the local tourism by Muslim youth. After that, they visited the Khao Prato Wildlife and Sanctuary to do trekking along a natural trail. The site is also home to the Gibbon Rehabilitation Project. The young ambassadors for tourism were also led to view demonstrations of Thai boxing at Bang Rong Training Camp. It is a training ground for young people in the community. Excited Thai Representative Rasami Sitapon told Andaman News that she gained great experience from this program and she could share ideas and experience while also learning from the group. On the visitor's side, young participants from Singapore said they were impressed with the friendliness and activities they joined in and that they certainly benefited from the program and will share what they've learned with people back home. In a related issue, young people in Phuket are given a platform venue to express and show their talents and creations starting January the 24th. Young people in Phuket are given opportunities and platforms to gather and express their talents, interests, and creation to promote positive thinking and expression among youth. The program is carried out by the Provincial Social Development and Human Security with the Youth Council. The first activity will kick off on Saturday the 24th of January from 3 to 10 p.m. at Queen Sirikit Public Park. The event will feature stage performances, students' work displayed, information about children's rights, and anti-narcotic drugs. Meanwhile, Phuket prepares to host ASEAN Educational Ministerial Meeting in mid-March. Phuket in southern Thailand will be a host venue for ASEAN Education Ministerial Meeting, ASED, to be held in mid-March this year. Deputy Permanent Secretary to the Education Ministry, Mrs. Siriwika Metavat Chaikun, and the Ministry's Inspector General, Ms. Jurairat Sangbanam, met with Phuket Governor Pricha Rongjan to discuss the preparation. The Governor reassured the officials from the Central Education Ministry that Phuket will cooperate and support the meeting in any way, including educating local students about ASEAN and its roles, plus safety and security for participants of the meeting. The ASEAN Education Ministerial Meeting is an annual meeting to provide a platform for ideas, exchange, and cooperation among other member countries in the fields of education. ASEAN stands for the Association of Southeast Asian Nations, established in August 1967 in Bangkok. It aims at accelerating economic growth, social progress, and cultural development in the region, promoting regional peace and stability through abiding respect for justice and the rule of law in the relationship among countries in the region, and adherence to the principles of the United Nations Charter. The organization currently has 10 member countries. They are Brunei, Dar es Salaam, Cambodia, Indonesia, Laos, Malaysia, Myanmar, the Philippines, Singapore, Thailand, and Vietnam. Local farmers in Phuket are urged to turn their leftover crops into manure and not burn their fields to reduce emission. Some farmland in Mai Khao area north of Phuket City is used as a pioneer location to campaign for the plowing work to turn leftovers into natural manure. This was a rice field where the rice was harvested a month ago. The leftovers, which farmers usually burn, is now being turned and mixed with organic liquid manure to turn it into natural manure. This method not only saves costs for farmers, but also helps reduce emissions, which contribute to global warming. When it comes to the right season, farmers can prepare to plant rice again. Phuket authorities ran checks on bars and entertainment venues for safety measures and acted against narcotic drugs. The operation is part of the 90 Days campaign to fight against narcotic drugs, which started in November and ends at the end of January. Officials from the provincial office reports that they ran checks in 150 nightclubs and entertainment venues and found 9 of them violated the law. Following the fire at a nightclub in Bangkok, the Phuket Governor Prichai Rongjan also ordered checks on 4 major pubs in Phuket City. They are Blue Marina, Fantasia, Timber Hut, and 3 Through. Blue Marina was found to have only 1 entrance and exit and is ordered to quickly rectify this. They also checked on internet shops and dormitories to make sure that they are narcotic-free. Phuket Red Cross Society report funds raised from the Red Cross Fair at over 2 million baht. The Phuket Red Cross Society reported the revenue raised from the organization of the annual Red Cross Fair held between the 30th of December and January the 10th at Sapan Ground. According to the Vice President of Phuket Red Cross Society, Wipapan Kusawan, the Red Cross earned a total income of 3,752,628,000 baht. They are detailed at 2,428,522,000 baht net profit from ticket to draw sales and 1,281,808 million baht from sales of lucky draws at the fair. Other revenue earned came from donations from barbershops, second-hand clothing, and cash donations. The organization will spend the funds on charitable purposes to assist people in need. And finally, in local news, a tourism festival was held in Koh Yao Island of Phang-Nga. Several activities plus local cultural shows reflecting the lifestyle of local people were arranged for Thais and foreigners during the Koh Yao Tourism Festival held during January the 17th to the 19th. The event was held at Lot Beach in Brunei on Yao Yai Island. Activities which were attractive to tourists were sand sculptures, beach volleyball, student performances, country song singing contests, sales of local foods, and arts and crafts. Koh Yao or Yao Island can be accessed by boat from Rasida Port or Bang Rong or Outboard Piers in Phuket.